Welcome to Sports Geek Throwback. Here's your host, the sports geek himself, Sean Callanan.
G'day, I am Sean Callanan from Sports Geek, and welcome to Sports Geek Throwback, where I pick out the best bits from the Sports Geek podcast archive. For this week's Sports Geek Throwback, I go back to episode 156 with Spencer Horner, published back in July 2017. Spencer Horner was at the LA Galaxy and now is the Senior Manager, Business Intelligence and Analytics at the Denver Broncos with recent guest Damani Leach. Looking to turn your digital assets into revenue streams? Sports Geek's proven strategies have helped teams maximize their digital ROI. In this throwback episode, Spencer and I discuss how segmentation and targeting audiences is been the key to converting fans and building trust. Remember, you can listen to the full episode at sportsgeekhq.com/156.
Take us through that, because you're right. And again, some of the conversations at Seed are always good. And I spend a lot of time more in the CRM data track. Is that everyone's on a different part of the journey. And it's an ongoing journey. I don't think anyone put up their hand and said, we've got it right.
Yeah,
right? The holy grail of marketing automation, that from, new customer to highest value customer, there's always work to do to improve that. Yeah. So early on, and you're right, the email marketing, or I'm sending out the emails and you're creating the audiences. What was the first couple of things that you had to first look at to get that started? Because you don't want to, a lot of people go, okay, here's our whole list. We're sending out the same email to everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, it was very much sort of a batch and blast operation at the beginning, and focusing on segmentation was very important. Getting the right audience, even if it means a smaller segment of people, and me having to have that conversation with, business leaders at the club, saying, if we do this segmented list, it's going to do better, and we're going to have to spend less resources to do it and contact less people in order to achieve our objectives. Some of those, just because it was sort of new to our club, were difficult conversations, especially with sponsorship, and they wanted to,
They're attracted by that big number.
Exactly.
Spencer,
impressions.
We know that you've got 100,000 people there or whatever. Please blast them, yep. Right? And, and it is a term that makes your skin crawl when they say, can you just send out an email blast? It's like, well, no. You've got to be able to tell me who you want it to go to, yep. Because I can't sell tyres to a 14-year-old because they don't have a car. And it doesn't make sense. And
as you guys know, saying no is not usually an acceptable answer. You have to come up with a good alternative. And I think in a lot of ways we've moved in the right direction as far as segmentation goes, where I don't get asked that question anymore of, hey, send this to our newsletter list, send a dedicated blast to our big list. They say, hey, can I be included in this? Or do you have a segment of people that would be right for this? For example, I just had a great conversation with one of my colleagues about, we have a camps and clinics segment that we send for information about soccer camps and clinics and tournaments. And they said, hey, we have this company who's really great. They're really geared towards families and children and parents. We'd like to include them in the segment. And then it was a good conversation. That's a great idea. Yep. So I think the mentality has definitely changed with the company, and it's probably a lot of other teams can probably say the same thing.
But you have to get those wins for them to win that trust of saying, look, I'm going to send it to 10% of that list, but I can get the right result. And so once you start having those wins of targeting the right people and getting the open rates and the clicks that they want, then you build that trust, and that's just this thing that happens over time, doesn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
If you like this Sports Geek Throwback episode, please check out the full episode at sportsgeekhq.com. Please share Sports Geek with your sports business colleagues. We appreciate you sharing. We love working with podcast listeners. Please get in touch so we can help your team. Go to sportsgeekhq.com/phone call. All Sports Geek episodes are available at sportsgeekhq.com and all podcast platforms.